A lot of us are being called to, let me move this away from my hair because, you know. Divine greetings and gratitude, everyone. If you guys are new here, my name is KaSandra. I'm the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. And if you guys are returning, hey family, welcome back to our sacred space. I'm always honored, elated, and excited to be in your presence. And today we are going to be doing a reading. And before we get into our reading, I'm actually going to be giving you guys an intuitive message that I have been picking up on. Now, the deck that we're going to be working with, or the decks that we'll be working with, are the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. We will also be working from the Sacred Forest Oracle. We'll also be using our Energy Oracle cards, as well as notes from the universe. So these are the Oracle decks that we're going to be using in no particular order, just as we vibe, right? And there are some things that I wanted to express to you guys because I feel that at the time of me filming this video, actually, it is October 1st. So happy fall. By the way, fall is my favorite time of the year because I'm all about merging the light and the dark. I have my Pluto in Scorpio. My Jupiter's also in Scorpio. And so it is also in my 7th house. And so I'm all about traveling through, diving deep into the darkness in order to use that as fuel to transcend beyond our pain and our suffering. And I always am an advocate and have been an advocate for us utilizing the darkness to draw wisdom from these spaces so that we can evolve and transform into our highest and our greatest best. Now, I know that was a lot, but if you guys have been following me for a while, or if you guys have been, I don't really like saying that. If you guys have been on this journey with me for a while, then you guys know that I am a huge advocate for transcending beyond our pain and our suffering. And that is always what I'm here for. And so it makes sense to me that fall would be my favorite time of the year. Anyways, so at the time of me filming this, again, it is October 1st. So tomorrow we do have a solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. Now, Libra is a sign of balance. It is a sign of collaboration. It is a sign of bringing things into harmony, especially because it is ruled by Venus. Now, Venus is a feminine planet that rules luxury, that rules leisure, that rules play, how we magnetize our divine feminine energy, how we love and how we express that love in a divinely feminine way. I also feel that, now, having said that, I really do feel that because we are in Libra season, that means that we just left Virgo season. Now, Virgo is a sign that is notoriously known for finding an issue, finding a problem, and looking at the fine details in order to fix that problem so that we can be more efficient, that we can be of service to others. And I feel that when we are in Virgo season, this is a time where we not only reflect, but we see things for what they are, and we use the knowledge that we find in order to, again, help ourselves and also help others. So during Virgo season, that's when we start to really go within this internal space where we start to really think and reflect on the things that we do, the things that we could do better, the things that we could do more efficiently in order to enhance our overall lives, right? And now that we are in Libra season, everything that came up during Virgo season was to show us what is working, what is not working. And then in Libra season, we say, okay, this is the time for me to start shedding the things that are not working for me so that I can become more balanced, and or this is a time for me to add more things into my life that could enhance my overall well-being. Now, one of the things that I want to mention also is that balance does not look the same for everybody. Some people may need more of this thing. Some people may need more of that thing. It would be kind of like if you're baking a cake, right? Some people like a bit more cinnamon. Some people don't. It's all about what fits you and what suits your life, right? And this is bringing me to one of the things that have been coming through is that for some of you guys, you are in spaces where you are starting to figure out, okay, what is it that works for me, and where have I put too much of my energy and my time in, and where can I take, or in what areas of my life are lacking as a result of me putting too much of my time, my effort, my energy into this other thing? Where can I do a lot better for myself so that I can show up for others more efficiently and in a way that not only serves me, but the collective, right? Because even though we are in our own, even though we have our own personal subconscious things that we go through, through, even though we have our own spaces that we need to take care of, we have to remember that we are a singularity amongst other singularities. And this whole space, this void, this world is composed of a multiplicity of singularities. So everything that we do eventually will affect someone depending on how we maneuver throughout this reality. And that's the reason why it's imperative for us to really bring things into a balance, because it's not just us, it is also for our neighbors, for the people on the other part of the world. Because what affects us here is, again, going to ultimately affect someone else, right? And I feel that having said that, I know that was a mouthful. Having said that, we're being called to really ask ourselves again, what is working, what is not, and what things are being brought to me now that I need to reflect on or that I need to purge. Some of you guys, I can feel, have been going through it because the things that you have been seeing, I feel that the word is shocking. Some of you guys have been shocked by some of the things that you've been seeing. Some of you guys are coming to these revelations where you've now discovered these different things about yourself that you never even knew existed. And some of these things you want to implement more of, and some of these things you want to actually omit because it is not serving you. Now, I do want to say this. You are going through a very dramatic change in your life. And as a result of that, you are really being called to start to trust yourself more. If you've never trusted yourself before, now will be the time to. And I'm saying that because as the world is shifting, as we are shifting, we are also subconsciously shifting reality together, right? And times are uncertain. Some of you guys may be feeling like you're not really sure what you're called to do anymore. You may be losing a sense of purpose. You may be losing a sense of self. And I feel like, even though this is cliche, I want to remind you that even when you find yourself losing yourself, that is where you gain the most clarity. And I say that because things become very, very clear. And before they become clear, it's actually a lot more destructive. Destruction looks different for everybody, and transformation looks different for everyone. You may be in a space where your health is really calling more of your attention. You may be in a space where your career is calling more of your attention, or maybe your home life, or whatever it is. There are some areas in our life that take the most hits, that need transformation, that we need to grow in, right? And I feel that we're in a space where we have to start trusting ourselves a lot more than what we used to, because we are in a space where community matters. And not only that, community has always mattered, but now as we pivot into a space where we are being of service, that means that it's going to require a certain part of us that we're going to have to show in order to be there for said community. So a lot of you guys are leaders that are going into the world, and this is the reason why so many things are happening in your life the way that it's happening now. You may feel like you're in a space where you feel lost, or you feel like you've been negligent towards this one thing. Now, this is your time now to change that. And Spirit is asking, what are you doing to change it? What are you doing right now that is more conducive, that is more supportive to not only you, but also your soul tribe, to your family? And this is not, I'm hearing the word burden. It's not the fact that these things should burden you, because anything that burdens you is not for you. Because if you see it as a burden, more than likely you see it as a chore, you see it as an obligation, and it's something that you feel that you have to do. The thing about purpose is that purpose is not something that you have to do. Purpose can be found and can be felt and can be seen along the way. And to be honest with you, you are the purpose. So truly, are you a burden? You're not a burden. Having said that, it's one of these things where if you also feel burdened by certain things that keep you away from living in your purpose, or from being the purpose, then this is a time for you to cast those things away. This is a time for you to do those purging, those banishing rituals, and also I'm hearing the words to clean your house. So you may want to clean your house, and cleaning your house means cleaning your inside. Like right now, I'm actually going through another detox again because I'm cleaning out my house right now. I'm cleaning out my internal house, my sanctuary, my space, because, well, it's time for me to do that. Also, I'm changing things around the office space. I'm changing a lot of things that I need to change, but the reason is because me making these changes means that I can show up better for you guys and show up better for my family and myself and whatever else. We are all under the same energies. We are all going through this, and we are getting through this together. And speaking of cleaning house, I know, but I have to tell you guys this. So I do have a Peace of My Home Fix candle, and this candle is available in my online shop. And it's so interesting that we're talking about cleaning house, because I feel that for some of you guys, you may not feel at ease, you may not feel at peace right now because of everything that's going on. And I feel like this is the perfect time for you to call things in that you need to help you right now. You are going through a dramatic shift. No, you are not crazy. No, the dreams that you have been having are not because of something you watched on TV. For some of you guys, maybe, but others of you, no, your dreams are a direct reflection as to what's going on within your subconscious. Now, I also want to say this, and I feel that I'm being led to say this for a reason. Yes, our dreams are subconscious, but sometimes our dreams give us valuable information that we can use for the future. Is that a subconscious thing, or is that just us picking up on information that we're going to need moving forward, right? Pick your poison. I feel that some of you guys have been receiving these dreams and visions and glimpses as to what your future may look like. And even if you may not know the whole thing, even if you don't know everything, there are some things right now that are being revealed to you that are going to help you to ensure that you manifest this one thing or these several things that you have been setting your intention for, right? And I'm going to talk about setting intentions. I feel like I'll do that in another video. Let me know down in the comments if you want my take on manifestation and how to manifest and things like that. Just let me know. And yes, so having said that, I said a lot. I hope it made sense. Anyways, I feel like, again, we are in a space where we're really being called to clean house, to clean up, and to also make sure, again, that we trust ourselves along this journey, because sometimes it's hard. Like, it's not the easiest thing to do, especially when there's so many things that not only call your attention, but so many things that are going on in the world where, you know, you have AI this, and you've got so many people, you know, losing their jobs, and so many people going on strike and things of that nature. And times are really uncertain, but the beauty and the chaos is the fact that everything is happening in divine order. Everything is happening in divine timing. And I know that we say this a lot, but how often do we truly believe this? Guys, I really, really, really want you to remember to trust yourself. And I have been saying this for so long now. It is really time for us to start working more with our intuition. If you want more information on how to work with your intuition, let me know down in the comments. I am more than happy to help you guys. You know, I'm more than happy to give you information on how I worked with my intuition, how I work with it, and how I developed it over the years. So if you guys want to know how I have done that, let me know again down in the comments. And it's really time for us to start speaking life over the things that we want, but again, trusting ourselves. I feel that right now, even if you feel that you are in a space of darkness, your soul is the light that will lead the way. I want you to remember that. Your soul is the light that will lead the way. So there is a major emphasis on your North Node right now. My North Node is in Sag. Where's your North Node? Also, let me know that down in the comments. Where are you headed? Where are you going? Are you just surrendering to the void? What's going on? And that actually is another topic that I'm going to talk about in another video, because I did have a vision and I'm going to be making that video after this one. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, so yeah, I really do feel like a lot of us are being called to, let me move this away from my hair because, you know, I really do feel like a lot of us are in a space where, again, we're just really called to start really trusting in what we know, and you trusting in what you know is going to give you your best reward. I'm not even joking. If you decided that you were going to progress and move forward and head towards your North Star, that is what can help you not only bring balance to what you're going through now, but to also help you live in alignment and live with purpose. And I want nothing but the best for you guys. Now on to the reading, the part that I'm excited about. So yeah, you guys, I feel like for some of you guys, you've been going through something, or you guys went through something and it's starting to show face now, and you're asking for some type of benefit, or you guys are asking for some type of justice from this thing or from this person. I don't know why I feel like you're going to be getting that soon. And I also just heard the word reparation. Like, are you guys looking for some form of reparation? And with that, I'm also hearing the word forgiveness. That's interesting. Okay, so yes, this is going to be a divine channel. This is me channeling things from my intuition right off the dome. Okay. The first card to jump out was the Three of Swords in reverse here. Some of you guys are coming to a realization. And that realization for some of you guys looks like you understanding that there's some things that you can control and there's something that you cannot control. And you're realizing your role in your own suffering and the role in your own destruction. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is that it is definitely beneficial for you to start forgiving yourself. I feel actually like some of you guys are no longer in spaces where you're really worried about forgiving someone else. I feel that you guys are more in a space where you're learning to forgive yourself. And once you do decide to forgive yourself, that is when you'll see things start to change for you. The next card that we have here is the Wheel of Fortune. We have the World. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Two of Cups in reverse here. We have the King of Swords. The funny thing is that we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. And this to me has everything to do with the divine masculine and the divine feminine parts of yourself coming together, really being firm and really being rooted in knowing what is for you and what is not. I do see that some of you guys are going through breakups. Some of you guys are disconnecting from certain things and energies that you know have caused you pain in the past. And as a result of this breakup, or as a result of you detaching from this thing, I do see better things coming for you. No, this is not one of those things where I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I'm being honest about what's coming through. And I do feel that with the Hierophant card that's coming out here, the Hierophant to me right now is really pointing to habits. It's pointing to you doing things differently and you really reassessing or assessing the things that you do habitually, ritualistically, that have caused chaos and destruction, because so many cards just flew out of this deck. And it's interesting because with these cards coming out here, we have the Emperor, we have the Knight of Swords that's coming out. And I just heard someone say, don't break up with me over a text message. And you're just like, I'll do whatever the hell I want. Anyway, so I feel like with these cards that are coming out now, it's one of those things where you have to ask yourself, what did I contribute to this? What was my role and how can I do better? What card is that? The Hermit card is not here, but the Hermit card's energy is written all over this reading, because I feel that once you start to detach and break away from or sacrifice certain things, that is when you can see your health start to take a change for the better, right? But if you decided to continue on adding this thing to your routine or doing this one thing or keeping this person around, I don't really see anything favorable coming from that. To be honest with you, I'm going to cut it to you straight. If you decided to do that, it's just going to bring more chaos. And then at that point, it will be your fault because you knew you should have let it go. And I don't mean to say that to be rude or mean. I'm saying it because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, if you guys are a part of our tribe here, and if you guys are new here, we don't sugarcoat, we tell the truth for what it is. And because we know that by us telling the truth and by you telling yourself the truth is where you can really grow. And so this means sitting with the uncomfortable parts of yourself. Having said that, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords are going to tell you things that you may be uncomfortable with, but it is what it is. Because why? It's leading you to the things that you said that you wanted. So if you say that you want this thing, then why do you keep doing this thing? If you say that you want this, then why are you doing the polar opposite of that? Or why are you doing the opposite of that? Because by you doing the opposite, you're saying to the universe, although this is what I want, I'm going to put up this facade because I feel like it's going to bring me to what I want. It's like this manipulation where you feel like you have to be a certain way to get a certain thing. And it's like, listen, the more that you fake, the more you put up a funk, the more you're going to be in that energy, the more you're going to attract the shit that you don't want. And at the end of the day, you have to really ask yourself, why do I keep doing this? I'm feeling like for some of you guys, the word is disappointment. You are tired of being led with disappointment. And so you feel like you have to be manipulative. You feel, and I'm not... Even if it's not you, right? Like, it could be someone else. They may feel, or you may feel like you have to be a certain way. You have to be manipulative, or you have to be, the opposite of who you truly are. You have to be inauthentic in order to bring a certain result, because that's your way of controlling certain things. And with Libra, with us being in Libra season, this has everything to do with us bringing balance, but we have to face the truth and we have to face the hard fact. Although Libras are amazing, Libra energy, is what I mean. Although Libra energy is amazing, it's beautiful, it's aesthetically pleasing, it's charming, at the same time, you have to remember that Libra also is the zodiac sign that is ruled by the scales. It is an inanimate object, meaning that there is no persona. So you're seeing it for the truth of what it is. And so this to me means that you have to start being more honest about what you want and your role as to why you're not getting said thing. And it's because you guys, some of you are refusing to detach from the things that is causing you this sickness or causing you this misfortune or whatever it may be, whatever it looks like for you. And Spirit is asking for you guys to change your habits. It's so interesting because the Ten of Wands is also here. And we talked about burdens earlier. And I feel that, right, what I'm hearing is that the very thing you call a burden is the very thing that needs to be released. And it's the very thing that you are refusing to let go of for some of you guys. And I'm hearing the word cardinal. It's time for some of you guys to start being a bit more cardinal. And it's interesting because Libra actually is a cardinal sign, right? You have Cancer, you have Capricorn, you have Aries, and you have Libra. Those are your cardinal signs. And I feel like you're being called to initiate this change, initiate this balance by putting in the work and doing what you need to do in order to shave some things off. I don't know why I'm seeing like shaved ice and there's a sculpture and wow, okay. And it's a sculpture of like, is that Aphrodite? It's like Aphrodite. Okay, it will make sense because Venus. So basically what I'm seeing with the shaved ice is like you're sculpting and it may feel cold. It may be hard to touch, or it may be hard to the touch, or maybe really cold. But the more that you sit with it, the more that you dissect it, the more that you use your intuition and the power of your creativity and your mind to sculpt this thing. What was once cold can be turned into something beautiful. So take this time to go into yourself to sculpt whatever it is that needs sculpting. And I don't know why I'm picking up on like ice, what is that called? Cold sculpting or like fat freezing. That's coming through for some of you guys. I want you to be very careful. I'm hearing that for some of you guys, natural is the way to go for some of you. Just take it as it resonates. But I feel like, yeah, you guys, just take it as it resonates. Be very careful for those of you guys that are cold sculpting. I don't really know what's called, fat freezing or something like that. Yeah, just be careful. Use your intuition. Anyways, so the fact that we have the Emperor here, the Knight of Swords here, what I'm feeling coming from this, honestly, is the fact that it's definitely a time for you to start using your words to stand in your power. Speak power over yourself. Speak words of affirmation that are actually going to help you become more empowered and more in alignment. And with the Knight of Swords here, this to me is you taking action on the things that you think and also messages coming in. You may be receiving an empowering message coming through a text. You may realize that these are words that you should have said to yourself long ago. But Spirit is saying don't beat yourself up about it. Also, what I'm hearing is that there's something in the form of a message that's coming through that's going to help you become, again, more empowered. And I'm hearing the word belief. There's some type of words, like maybe like words of affirmation may be coming through to you now. You may have this app that shares or that shows you like words of affirmation. Spirit is saying for you to really pay attention to that. And also what I'm hearing is that just say the word and it's done. Like that makes so much sense. Just say the word and it is done. And I feel that when you say the word and when you're honest about what you need and you're honest about what you want, that is when you can see things start to change and shift. For some of you guys, I'm hearing to be a bit more vocal. Some of you guys are also called to set your boundaries using your words, because some of you guys haven't been speaking up for yourself, and it's showing. And if you want things to change, again, you're gonna have to start speaking up for yourself and being more honest and being more open. I don't know why I'm feeling like, oh my goodness, Star card is here. The Star is here. Can you guys see that? The Star is here as well as the Two of Swords. Oh, and the High Priestess reversed and the Hermit is here. Oh shit. We said the Hermit. We said the Hermit, honey. We did say that. We did say that. That's cool. I love that. So the fact that the Two of Swords and the Star card, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Hermit card is here, to me, this is all about you really diving deep into going to a quiet space and just really tuning into your intuition, but also listening to yourself. Because the more that you don't listen to your intuition, the more you feel disconnected, the more you make choices that are not beneficial or satisfactory to your purpose. And I feel that with the Hermit card, of course the Hermit card would be here. because we said that. Because the Hermit is here, this to me is you using the language of the stars and you really tapping into your higher consciousness in order to help you move and pivot into this other phase of your life right now. And I feel that some of you guys are being asked to be less critical and analyze in a way that is actually beneficial to you and not in a way that breaks you down. I'm hearing something about Chiron and Virgo, and I'm hearing that for some of you guys, your Chiron may be in your 6th house. You may be a healer. You guys may be someone who is here to help people tap into their own ability to heal themselves. I feel that the way that you guys help people heal is through words, it's through art, it's through herbs. I'm hearing that for some of you guys, you're using astrology or you're tapping more into your divinely feminine gifts and talents in order to help yourself heal and other people as well. Now, with that, with the star card here, I do feel that you have a lot more divine connections coming through. All you have to do is be honest about what you need to be honest about what you want. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that you are in a space in your life. Look at your vertex point and your part of fortune in your astrology chart. I'm hearing something about the part of fortune. Your part of fortune is always where if you do this thing, this is where you can reap the best reward or get the best result. So look to your part of fortune. If you do this, this is where you see the gold at the end of the rainbow type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like if you were to go here, you will get this. Or if you were to do this, this will be your greatest reward. And moving forward, I feel a deep sense of magic for you guys coming through for you guys. And what I'm hearing is that there definitely is magic in letting go, because once you do lay down your burdens at your altar, or once you do decide that you no longer want this thing or you detach, you are going to have a better time. It's going to be it's going to feel better. It's like the one thing that you just have that's just like hanging on you, or like a hangnail, and you just kind of pick it off or whatever. And it just feels so much better. Sometimes it's the most simple thing that causes the greatest pain. And if you were to omit this, then you will have a better chance. For some of you guys, it's acid. I'm picking up on something really acidic and it's making my stomach feel weird, or it's making my stomach hurt, and I'm hearing ginger. For some of you guys, you want to stay away from the acid. Stay away from tomatoes for a little bit. For some of you guys, you've been eating or overeating tomatoes. You want to have balance. And it's something really acidic, and I'm seeing something red. It might be like peppers, or it might be something really hot where it's messing up your insides, or it's burning your insides, or I'm hearing something about the burning of your intestines. Just be really careful as to what you're consuming right now. And remember, this is all about balance, okay? Now, with the High Priestess coming up in reverse here with the Star card, you may not be able to make sense of things, but there's beauty in that. And the reason is because it's requiring you to trust. Not only trust in yourself, but trust in your spirit team, trust in the divine, trust in whatever higher power that you believe in, trust in that. And the reason is because they are going to give you messages that are going to help you. It's going to take for you to quiet yourself and also surrender to the chaos of your mind and understand that you don't have to attach yourself to everything that comes through. Spirit is asking for some of you guys to meditate and also create new routines, create new habits that supports or that reflects what you want to bring in. And once you start doing that, I'm hearing the word say no. If you continue to say no to this thing, then you will start to attract the yeses. Does that make sense? I hope it does. We are moving on. I feel like there's more things that I can say about this High Priestess here, because I feel that when the High Priestess is here, it points to our ability to tune into the darkness, but also the gray area of things, and work with two extremes. Some of you guys are working way too much with one extreme, and you're ignoring or overlooking this other extreme that needs to be integrated. There's a part of you that does need to be integrated, but for whatever reason, for some of you guys, you're afraid to. And this is where you surrender. Your critical minds, for some of you guys, are the reason why you're not able to get anywhere, because you're too harshly critical. Some of you guys are overly using this Virgo energy. Use it when you need it, and using how it is in a way that is beneficial and not destructive to you. Oh, you know what to do. Look at that. You know what to do, and you needn't worry. Okay, the vibes is vibing, y'all. I'm happy. This makes me happy. And the reason why it does is because you know what to do and you needn't work. Yo, how divine is that? It's like you don't have to worry about the things that you can't see. You don't have to worry about the things that you can't calculate. You don't have to worry about what life would look like if you were to detach from this thing or this person. You know what to do. You have an inner instinct, an inner gut feeling, an inner intuition that is so powerful that if you listened to it, you will experience better experiences. Like, you will have better experiences. Like, what do we need to say to that? And I feel that some of you guys are moving into a space where you're becoming more empowered. And the way that you become more empowered is by listening and honoring your intuition. Like, that is what it is. Your intuition is there to help you connect with your guides. It's there to help you connect with your own inner sense of self. It's there to help you connect with the divine, or whatever this power may be for you. You're here to connect with it through your intuition. And if your intuition is blocked, which I feel that some of you guys it is, if your intuition is blocked, it's harder to connect. It's harder to even know. But like, what do you know? And the high priestess reminds us, we don't know everything. And it's okay that we don't know everything. So why are we beating ourselves up because, oh, I didn't know this, or I should have known? And it's like, well, you didn't, and that was a part of the journey. Were you really supposed to know that? Probably not. For some of you, probably. But for others of you, yeah, like for others of you, yeah, like you should have known. That others of you, it's like, no, it's okay. I'm laughing because it's the human experience, you guys. It's not anything that we should beat ourselves up over. And I feel that we are so conditioned to beating ourselves up over things that, one, are not going to last because we're not going to take it with us, but two, because we are always looking to criticize ourselves because other people criticize us, and it's like, we don't have to do that. Also, be true to yourself. Like, why is it that this is so beautiful, you guys? This is so amazing. You know what to do. You needn't worry, and be true to yourself. This is pointing me to the Star card. This is pointing me to the Star card, and also to this here, Two of Cups in reverse. And I love this for us. And the reason why I love this for us is because no matter what anyone tells you, do what you know best fits you, because so much of your life has been about you giving endlessly to others at your own detriment. And you are in a space where you are being called to implement more of this thing for yourself so that you can be a better you for everyone, and including yourself. At the end of the day, you were brought here by yourself, unless you're a twin. Well, even if you have a twin, right? You were brought into this world with you, just you, your own body. And then even if you had a twin, that twin also came out with their own body, correct? So in this instance, it's no matter what, you came into this life alone, and alone you shall go. For most of us. And I feel like you have the power to stand alone. And even when you do, or even if you are faced with standing alone, all it takes is for you to just simply believe in yourself. If it was you against the world, then let it be you against the world, because at least you did what you knew you needed to do. And this is not to be confused with stagnation or stubbornness. This has everything to do with the fact that you know something to be so true, so objectively and intuitively true, that no matter who tells you, no matter who tries to gaslight you into believing otherwise, that you know it to be true. And because you stuck with that, you got the best outcome, while others are looking, wishing that they had the outcome. And I feel that when you are true to yourself, you set a good example for people that come after you. You set a good example for your soul child, for your family, whoever. And even if you're not trying to actively be or intentionally be a good example, I feel that despite that, you still will cause a ripple effect of others who will then stand up for themselves and to become more true to themselves. So there's nothing for you to worry about as long as you are you, and as long as you are someone that stands deeply firm in their power, that is immovable in their power. That is how you create the best change. And that is how you pivot. And that is when you will reap the best rewards, right? And it's so interesting that it's coming through this way, because with the Queen of Swords here and with the King of Swords ain't moving for nobody. And the Queen of Swords is, of course, a bit more mutable. But the Queen of Swords, what I feel like is overlooked, and I don't want to say it's overlooked, but what we don't talk about enough is the fact that the Queen of Swords has a very amazing and divinely sense of intuition, but she merges her intellect with her intuition in order to make sound judgment. And I feel like that's what you're called to do. And once you do make that sound judgment, I feel that Spirit is saying, be immovable. This is a hard fact. This is a harsh truth that I'm going to say. that I'm going to tell people, that I'm going to express or exude or be in. And when you do that, that is you setting a boundary, and that is also you allowing yourself to break away from and detach from what is expected of you, or from these people that are causing more harm. It's like when you have a leech, you got to detach from the leech in order to keep your life force. Which reminds me, the people that were leeches in your life are falling away. I'm happy for you. All right, moving on, moving forward. Okay, we are going to use the Sacred Forest Oracle. Okay. What were those? Okay, we have success here. We have freedom. We have stillness, and we have miracles, and we have energy. So basically with these cards that have now revealed themselves, freedom, success, stillness, miracles, and energy, this stillness card is drawing me to our Two of Swords here. Being still is so free. It's like when people say you need to move and you don't let nothing shake you, and you don't let nothing offend you, and you don't let anything move you from your space of groundedness. There's so much freedom in that, because you are choosing to be free within yourself. And when you are free within yourself, that in itself is inspirational, but it doesn't really have anything to do with being an inspiration. It has more to do with the fact of being fulfilled. Like, this is more about fulfillment than it is inspiration. Like, let's just be honest. And I feel that in these moments of stillness, in these moments of silence, and this moment or these spaces of quiet, is when we can really start to understand that although I may not have been able to logically understand this, it doesn't mean that it was not a possibility. And I think that the Miracles card is really what's pointing to us. Is what's pointing to that. Now, the energy card, I see you guys going more into a space of retreat in order to really harness this energy, in order to use that and project that out into the world so that you can become more successful in whatever this thing is. There's so much success to come, and there's so much abundance to come, but it's going to come with you going into a space of reflection and going to a space of stillness. Now, the way that I see you guys being more still is I actually see you guys looking more. I'm hearing the word scrying. You might want to start scrying. And scrying meaning scry into a crystal ball, and also scry into obsidian, or get some type of scrying mirror, because with you scrying, you are able to pull in more downloads, and you are in a space of silence so where you can actually allow your intuition to speak more. Some of you guys are being called to start scrying more, and I cannot shake that. I love that for you. Scry, mark my words, trust me on that one, just do it. Okay. And now we have Energy Oracle. Am I missing any cards? I don't think so. Just a quick side note. This Energy Oracle cards guidebook, I was going to say no to it. And I looked at these cards for like months. And I was like, I don't know if I want it. But I bid it. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll try it and see how I like it. So I've used these cards a few times. They're cool. I thought about giving them away, but we'll see how I feel. Speaking of which, maybe it's a good thing that I held on to it. And that's just a side note. Oh, wow. I guess it's a good thing that I kept it. Rest and rejuvenation. Take a nap. We talked about community. Look at that. Community is here. Listen. I'm super excited and happy to see that. I'm glad I kept these cards. I'm going to keep them. So we have rest and rejuvenation. And didn't we talk about meditation? Didn't we say that we need to go into meditation mode? Look at that being. They are, or he or it or whatever, is actually meditating. And that is as well bringing me to stillness. You guys are recharging and resting. And it's so beautiful, the fact that we are in a space where we are in Libra season. And so we are being called to pick apart the garden to harvest so that we can go into the space of stillness, so that we don't have to go out and do too much. Like, we are basically surviving off of the things that we've grown over the years or over said time. We have blossoming abundance. We just talked about that. I think you guys are receiving some type of gift soon. Blossoming abundance is here. And talking about gardens, look at that. That was so divine. This is always so divine, you guys. I just love how this happens. I'm seeing what looks like the number 3. You guys have been seeing the number 3 a lot. And I feel like the reason why you guys are seeing that is because not only is this like a divine trinity or like a holy trinity of things coming together as a portal to allow your best to manifest into your life, I also see the number 3 as abundance, fertility, and growth. I really do feel that. It's so interesting that I say that because the Empress card is not here, but that's the vibe that I'm getting for some of you guys. And we also do have here door to value. Y'all are coming up on something. As a result of you guys letting go of something or detaching. Okay, I just heard like the drainage of resources. You ever invite someone into your space and shit starts fucking up and just collapsing around you as a result of you guys letting this person or this thing in, and then when you leave and when you make it leave or make them leave, things start to become more balanced? That's the vibe that I'm getting for some of you guys, like not even joking. And I feel like, remember like on some of those shows where the paranormal shows, if you guys are into that, because I am, where it was like, where they would have like these like this tarot deck or this object, and this object attracted a certain type of energy, and then that energy came in to wreak havoc because it was attached to that thing. But then when they got rid of it, and then they did what they needed to do to cleanse and whatever and get rid of it and destroy it or whatever they did, it ended up changing their life for the better. I feel that for you guys. And then we also have the door to personal healing and happiness. You guys are doing more for yourself now this go round. And I love that for you. And I feel like you should let it. Also, you guys are bringing in new love. I love this. Okay, last 3 cards, I promise. We have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So if you guys have work with angels, Archangel Uriel is here. We also have door to romance. Doors are definitely open for you. I feel like, hang on one second, you guys. Let me check. Okay. Yeah. Road opener. Road opener vibes for some of you guys. Road opener vibes is definitely here for some of y'all. And I also I do see door to romance and action. I feel like you guys are required to, after you guys go into the space of stillness, so you receive and you revive yourself and you rejuvenate, I feel is where you'll be able to then take action, because by you being in the space of stillness, you'll be able to receive the downloads that you need in order to help you along this time, along your journey. And I feel like once you do make a commitment, because I'm hearing the word commitment, once you do make this commitment, after sitting with yourself and after taking away and pulling out certain things, is when I feel like you'll be able. Like I said, I'm shuffling and I just started, and that card came right out. That card came right out. And I feel like once you do that, that's when things will start to take a better turn. Spirit, is there anything else that you have that you want to say to us at this time? You guys, okay, I heard the word cleansing. You guys need to cleanse. I think some of you guys need to cleanse. I feel, yeah, there's a lot going on with you guys. It's so, some of you guys feel really chaotic. And I say that because as I'm shuffling these cards, they don't feel right, but they keep coming out. And it's like, they keep coming out. But it's just not it. Some of you guys are feeling like you guys are falling apart. And the tower is coming through. Some of y'all are having a tower moment. Dramatic changes are here. You got the messenger card twice. Incoming messages. Okay, so you got you got the messenger twice. And then you also got this here. What is this? The dice. You got the wishing well. And you also got this. No, this one. No. I'm hearing indecisiveness. Some of y'all are indecisive as hell. Commitment. There we go. Bam. That's why. It's like you're scattering and constantly looking for the commitment. You're constantly looking for things. You're betting on things. And Spirit is saying that right now, it's not the time for you to just try to bet on things. If you're going to bet on anything, bet on yourself. As I say that, this patience card did come through. be, of course, patient with yourself. But Spirit is saying that if you're going to take a risk, then take a risk on something that you know that is better for you. Like, take a risk because you want to, not because it's what's expected of you. And I feel also like now is the time for you to start betting on or doing more things that are going to be beneficial to your commitments. It's funny because there are definitely some whoa, remember when I said you guys, I just saw this. Look at what number is here. Can you guys see that? Number 33 is here. I just wanted to show you guys that because the cards be carding, right? All right. So you got the scythe one more time. So you have the scythe twice and then the message twice, or the messenger twice. I feel like there are going to be some type of news or something coming in letting you know what you need to cut out and in order to manifest this thing. Remember, stay the course. I want you to remember to stay the course. It looks different for everyone. And yes, that is all. We have been here for a while. And I'm super excited. I was really glad to give you guys this reading. So yes, if you guys need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at KaSandraTurner.com. I have a spiritual shop and I sell ritual candles, of course, and I also do sell ritual oils as well. I sell different things, or I offer these different spiritual essentials in order to help you along your journey. And today's oil is the Peace in My Home oil. I love this oil. It's so good. And it smells are really good. You can use this to anoint like some of like your walls or your candles, of course, petition paper, pens. You can use it to anoint yourself like I do because it's meant to draw in peace, emotional stability. I also would recommend too that if you guys are going to be buying this candle, I would totally 100% put this in my living room. And the reason, I did that shit, you guys, and let me tell you, everything came to the surface and now we're good. It's gotten so much better. Like, I'm not even kidding. So I would highly recommend, not because I made it, but because it works. Like, not even joking. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about that. Yes, if you guys need anything from me, visit me there. And you guys can also visit me over at Magic of Eden, or hold my hand as we journey to the divine together over at Magic of Eden. And if there's nothing else that I can help you with, I love you guys. You have all of my best wishes, all of my love. You have all of everything that I could possibly give to you abundantly. I love you guys, and I will catch you in my next video.